Yo, bonjour class. This is Max Manley coming back with another banger speech for you guys. Today we are going to be talking about Credo, or Creed is the word I like to use. That it simplifies it for me. What's your creed? What do you live by? What are your morals? And at first, that can be kind of an overwhelming question to be asked. Um, but after reading the prompt and spending some time on it, I had a quote that came to my head that I would love to talk to you guys about today because it's a quote where I think if I fully understood it like I do now, things in the past would have panned out differently for me. But I guess that's the beautiful thing about life, right? So um, I had to gain some life experience to fully grasp the concept of this quote. And the quote is, and I'm sure you guys have all heard it a ton in your life. I know I have, but it's actions speak louder than words. So actions speak louder than words. And why I love this quote is it can be applied to anyone, um, you know, because as human beings, like no matter what the situation or circumstances are, this quote can be applied to it. Because humans, we have a tendency to believe what an individual does rather than what an individual says. Um, and that really is the true essence of this phrase. So I'm going to talk to you guys about why this phrase carries so much meaning, um, and the reasons why this statement is so impactful to me. So to get some context, we're going to go way back in time here. Not It's not focusing on the word for word quote, but the concept of the quote, the power of words. And so we're going to go back to the book of John in the Bible, and the whole book of John. What it says in that book, with the main idea, is that saying to someone that you love him or her is not the same as doing things for them, caring for them, providing for them, etc. Um, an example could be supporting someone during their deepest and darkest moments of distress. You're that person that's there for them. That's going to mean way more than you just simply telling someone you love them. The Bible says it is not important to love with word or tongue, but in deed and truth. And, take what you want from that, but that's true. And I'm not the most biblical guy in the world, but people can lie with their own words, but it is not easy to lie with their actions. And I know we can all say that is true. It's much harder to, you know, it's easier to send a text to your boss on the way to work saying there's traffic than blowing off one of your phones. We can all agree on that. So now that we got the context and kind of went back in time with how long this idea has been around, we can apply it to today. And the phrase is really just used to ensure that actions of people line up with their words. Words are merely a sound uttered by your tongue. So uh, hold so much faith in that, right? So if the words if the words that are being spoken are not backed up by intentions on the part of the speaker, one, the speaker will have no meaning. Two, the speaker will have no impact on that person. And three, there are no consequences, right? The phrase means that what an individual does will have a stronger impact on people than what he/she says. On the other hand, though, actions depict a person's character as well as personality, right? So your actions don't just build character. You dog sitting doesn't just build character; it builds personality as well. You end up being that person that your friends can count on, or whoever. Um, So in recent times, we've seen hundreds, think of all the politicians that make rosy promises to citizens of their country, but only very few of them back their spoken words up with tangible actions. And we see this year in and year out with elections. And that's because there was no intent when those words were spoken. Um, It's only great leaders like the Nelson Mandelas and the Gandhis and the Jack Welches and Richard Branson. You know, the list goes on and on. And the reason their actions are backed up is because they were in line with their spoken words. People make on their actions if they are great leaders and individuals with strong character and clear intentions. So I would just remember that, because if I knew that a lot, like, a couple years ago, this would have been great. So to conclude, I want to say that actions carry way more meaning and more importance than spoken words. What we do is more significant than what we say. We can easily lie with our words and we can easily deceive others with our words, but we can never lie with our actions. And keep that in mind. Our actions are a mirror of our intentions and our character, and hence more importance is accorded to actions rather than words. Thank you guys and have a great night.